So hello and welcome back to part 3, the final episode of the alley wheel refurbishment. We're going to hit straight on. We're going to go back to pretty much the place that we were. There was some problems. I'm going to run through the problems now, show exactly what went wrong. We are going to get these finished. Let's go. Can you see it, the pitting? Very hard to see. This one might be there. See it in the light? See on the end of that, in the corner of that spokes? That's where the diamond cut was. It just, you get further up where we sanded, lovely. In the centre, no good. That's probably a good picture there that you can see how bad that is in the reflection. That's the problem with gloss black. It's such a colour that pronounces it. So we're going to get the DA out. We're going to sand down all those high spots, blend them all in nice. Back in the oven to outgas again, redo the whole process again. What I'll do, I'll sand this one and then show you quite how far we've got. So just before I start sanding those wheels, please head over to the channel. Here is episode 1 and here is episode 2. If you watch that all through before you carry on with this video, you'll see how quite far we've got and how long this process has taken. Let's get these wheels sanded down. Okay, so let's take my mask off. There we go. All the pitted areas are now sanded back. Good thing is when you sand it off, you can see that if there was any marks, you see where the high spots were. Not quite sure if you can see that in the time lapse, but as you see that I'm sanding off, a little bit there, let's see. It's a little bit higher there. We're talking minimal, same as what you do if you were wet flatting a panel off. You wet flat until it all goes smooth. That's basically potentially what we're doing, using the first layer of black to act as a filler. They look quite cool, two-tone. So I'm going to do the same now with the bad wheel. So that's what it was like before. And this is what it's like now. Sometimes to get a job that I'm happy to go out the door, we have to do it more than once, and here we are. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do the other 3 and that one. I'll get it in the hanging up in the booth, and next minute you'll see they're here. So there they are. Well over an hour to sand them back, but it's what it takes to get a mint set of wheels. So we've just tap ragged them off. I've just blown them away. I'm about to put them back in the oven to outgas again and then put the black on again. So here they are, second time lucky, and we have got rid of all those marks. Just pays though to not let anything go out the door that isn't to our standard. All 4 of them, get the angle on the camera. Absolutely mint. So we're going to get them up on the table. We're going to remove the black that's on the face that meets the hub. That can create a bit of a gasket see, so we'll just sand that back and then we'll start the refit. I'll do a quick time lapse of sanding the back just to see the process, and then we'll get them in position, ready to fit the tyres. So we'll just give it a blow off. As you can see there, We're now back to a mated face. You can see from the time lapse we didn't take a lot off. You notice here we ran the centre ball around there. It's always tight when you try and put new set wheels back on anyway. So we always make sure there's a nice clean edge there that's going to sit nice onto and not catch on the hub. So I'm going to whip through the rest of the 4 and I'll position them on the tyres. I'll get back to you. So that's all 4 wheels back onto the tyres that came off each corner. Just putting the sensors back in. Each sensor from each corner goes with the right wheel. Okay, I'll video me placing the tyre on one of them, just so you can see. So we lay it on like it should be, close the jaws up. So we're going to lower the arm down now. If you notice that when we lock it in place, it just springs back, just enough to protect the alloy. There's no movement there. So all I'm going to do now, you can see this is a cleaner side of the tyre, and this is the dirty side. So my guess is this is the inner edge. So I'm just going to find here, make sure you can see that. It says inner. We know that goes on the inside. Again, never just presume because someone might have put them on before. We've got tyre soap and quite a thick brush. Just going to run that around the edge just to help us get on and off. Tyre soap also helps when you're blowing the tyre up. So, bring the arm down. Going to rotate this. Sensors here, again protected by the tyre. We might not need the third on this, I might be able to do it by hand, so we'll use the third arm. So we'll place it on the edge, basically crushes it down and put it either side of the valve. And it will run itself round, and that's it. Release it up, move it out of the way. And remove it off the machine. Very simple, just keep repeating. Do all 4 the same. So get the last few tyres on then, onto these rims. Quick time lapse there of that, pat the tyre machine away. And then we're going to blow up these tyres, pop them onto the rim without the valve cores in. Recommended, we're going to put about 36 in these. That's all 4 wheels of those now balanced. I've added a little clean round on the inside of the lips just to stick the weights on so there's no, well, none of the sand and dust that we've licked off when we blew off earlier. I've got them all next to the car, so now I'm just going to start getting them onto the vehicle. Again, do a bit of time lapse of that from this side so you can see the driver's side of me sticking them back on. Centre caps don't look in the best condition, so I think I'm going to leave them off. If the customer decides to pop them in, then that's down to them. Obviously it's a lot harder to get a centre cap out once you've fitted it to a brand new wheel. It's best to take a centre cap off once the wheel's off the vehicle. So let's get on. So, there we have it. I've torqued all the wheels up to 120 newton meters. They're all on where they need to be. Lock and wheel nut key needs to go back in the boot in its special holder. What do you think? Got to give them a clean. Give them a quick clean off now. We'll get it on the floor. We'll get it outside for a picture. Again, like I said, I've left the centre caps out, just purely the fact they're a little bit chipped and they're silver. Again, the customer might just tidy these up and put it back on. But you must agree they probably want a black centre cap. So what I shall do, I'll crack on and get some pictures outside. So guys, thank you, that's it. That's the end of our alley wheel refurbishment videos. Again, thank you. As you see, throughout the way we had the hiccups with the valves, we had the hiccups with the actual aluminium casting. Again, stuff out of our control. We worked around it, but I must say, these 21-inch Range Rover alloys on this black Sport look absolutely fantastic. Hit us a comment if you think they should have been silver originally. You know, keep the silver original or hit to black. I definitely prefer the black. So, give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment. Hit subscribe. See you on the next one. Keep it real.